Jolt! Hey, what up, guys? Hey, so today we're going to be talking about the book of Daniel from the Bible. The book of Daniel's really weird. Like, that actually happened one time. They were having a party at the palace and his hand showed up out of nowhere like in Smash Bros. And just like started writing.
In cursive.
I can't read cursive. School's good, kids.
But what we really want to talk about is trust. How do we trust?
Ow. How do you trust me when I keep hitting you?
I mean, isn't it hard to pray to someone that you can't see or touch or
So hard.
feel?
So hard.
Yeah, I struggle with that daily. I mean, it's like, dear Brandon, and then like not touching them.
Yeah.
Right now.
I have a hard time trusting people that I can hit with pillows. But what about people I can't? You're waiting to hit you right now, aren't you?
A little bit.
You're a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Trust. It's hard.
Anyways, trust is really hard. Unless, you know, like God appears in your bedroom and starts talking back to you. But
That'd be cool.
doesn't usually happen.
Hasn't happened to me yet.
Anywho.
No, that was... Wait, what? Alright, so today we're going to talk about the story in Daniel about... Guess who?
Daniel.
Wrong. About... Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel. So this is way back, like hundreds of years before Jesus. The Israelites were God's chosen people. And the Babylonian people came and took them over, killed them all. Well, not all of them. The ones they didn't kill, they took back as captives and took back to Babylon. So, that sucked.
Babylonian.
Yeah. Now, a few of the Israelites that were taken back got jobs in the palace, and Daniel was one of them, and he actually worked himself up. He was like super high up in the palace. He's like super important guy.
Yeah.
So imagine if you're Babylonian, and these people that you don't even like, and you took them over, and now one of them comes and gets a job higher than you, like that would stink. Like they didn't like that.
Yeah.
Right? So these guys that were not cool guys, they were trying to get rid of Daniel. So they convinced the king to make this rule that you can only pray to the king.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the king, how do you feel about that?
Oh man, I would be like, yeah, check.
Yeah, right? Like, if you ever be a king, get that job. It's a good job.
Exactly.
Also, bad job. You don't want that much pressure.
No.
But you can do whatever you want. You can be like, you can only pray to me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they did. Because they knew that Daniel was a very religious, he was going to pray. He loved God. He prayed to God every day. So they knew they could trap him. So sure enough, as soon as this law gets signed, they go to Daniel's house and they start watching. You know what Daniel does? Yeah, he goes in his room and he prays. And they're like, gotcha, sucker! Oh, world star! So these guys, they go to the king and they're like, king, you're not gonna believe it? We found someone praying to somebody else. Can you believe it? The king's like, oh, how dare he? That's not cool. We just signed a law that they can't do that. We gotta throw him in the lion's den and kill him. Who is it? And they're like, it's
Daniel.
Keegan. Keegan needs to be thrown in the lion's den. That's...
Not again.
Hey, we're going to the zoo.
I love the zoo.
That was so fun.
I mean, I thought that's how it would be, because, you know, like, King Darius and Daniel were BFFs.
Yeah,
That's
Darius
just
was really upset that Daniel had to be thrown into a lion's den.
He did not want to do it.
And these weren't like pet lions, like tiger cats. This was not like that. This was lions that their sole purpose was to eat humans.
Yes.
Yeah, this was not a good time. Not a good time. So they throw Daniel in, seal it up, and leave him. Now we know how this story, a lot of us know how this story, so you can probably figure out how the story's gonna end, right? But Daniel didn't know how this story was gonna end. He had just seen these Babylonians kill a lot of people he knew and loved. So he was expecting that he was about to be lion food. Can you imagine how scary that had to be?
The fear is off the charts.
I mean, come on now. Like, I can't imagine what that had to feel like, being thrown into a pit full of lions whose job it is to eat. This isn't Detroit Lions. The lions are actually fierce. Yeah. So the next day, King Darius comes with these same guys that were trying to kill Daniel. They're all excited to see Daniel's like bones. I don't know. They're excited to see not Daniel. And they open up this den, and what do they see?
They see Daniel petting a lion.
Just chilling. Just having a good time. Probably snuggling with the lions. Also probably huddled in the corner crying. I don't know. But he was still alive! God saves Daniel from the lion's den.
Trusting the Lord means safety.
Yeah, God saved Daniel. Like, he trusted in the Lord, and that meant safety for him. But what about all the other people that God doesn't save?
What about the martyrs that get killed for their faith?
Yeah, like, it's weird. Sometimes God steps in and saves people, and sometimes he doesn't, right? So what we're going to talk about in your groups, go and discuss it, is what kind of safety does God give us? Because trusting in the Lord, trusting in God does bring safety. But sometimes it's not always the safety we think it is. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's different. It's confusing and complicated, and we want you guys to go in your groups and talk about it there, because I think you'll learn about it better by talking in a group than listening to these two knuckleheads. Mostly I mean Keith.
Where's the pillow?
I know that's bad. Okay, kids, go and talk about Jesus. Be better than a fight.